fighter can truly be considered a big guy. At birth, Alan weighed 15 pounds.
Woo! Your mama pushed out a 15-pound baby? That's like almost double the usual weight. 15 pounds? You destroyed her. They had to stitch her up from her butthole, I'm sure. I'm sure. What up, LK Mafia? It's your boy Artofkickz, and just like that, we back with another one. Alright, y'all, so it's time for a 10 biggest MMA fighters of all time. What? Biggest? It's not like boxing where they just have different weights and stuff. I don't know. I've seen a few MMA fights, but I'm not like a MMA connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna find out what the heck they talking about, and I ain't gonna talk no more. Let's just get into this. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
Hello everybody. Tell us, please, are you a fight lover? Today we're going to talk about fights, and more specifically about mixed martial arts, known as MMA.
Yep.
This is a relatively new sport that has become more and more popular over the years. Each fight is different. Summons, huge fighters who at first sight could defeat any opponent. Do you want to take a look at them? Well, here we have the 10 biggest MMA fighters. Let's get it on. Hongman Choi, the Korean monster, the technical...
Woo, that's a big mofo right there. God. Dang, they ain't a hat big enough for his head. They gotta custom make it. He can't wear one of my hats. They ain't gonna fit. My head big enough as it is, and his head bigger than mine. Nope.
No Goliath, the Korean Colossus. These are some of the names of Hongman Choi.
He gotta be South Korean.
Sportsman, kickboxer, MMA fighter, and belt wrestler in his country. Take a look. Huge, right? But having such height is not easy. This fighter suffers from acromegaly, a disease that causes some of the parts of the body to never stop growing.
Wow.
With a height of 7.15 feet
Woo,
and a weight
he's 7'1". Ooh.
of 365 pounds.
He's 365 pounds. I thought I was big.
365 pounds. Choi is one of the largest wrestling athletes in the world. And here we have some interesting facts about this man. The giant played the main character in a Korean film, and in addition, in April 2008, he was called to the Korean army to serve 26 months in the army. However, after failing 2 medical examinations, he was released from his military duty. But the main reason was not his disease, but a vision problem caused by a tumor.
Whoa! How you gonna do that little girl like that? That's messed up, bro. She look at her. She look all sweet and innocent. She is not know what's coming. Yo, that's a good move though. That's one of my power moves. I don't like to fight. You know, I'm a peaceful person, but as soon as I have to, like, the first thing that comes to mind is what can I do to destroy this person? Because I don't want to go back and forth. I don't have the stamina for that. I'm trying to build it back up. I don't have the stamina for that. I was playing basketball earlier. I haven't done that in like 5 years. I was like, yo, what can I do to just end this person right now? That's one of my go-tos. I'm not going to share all of my go-tos in case I come across one of you crazy mofos. But that is one of my go-tos. And I'm pretty good at it. I got some very strong legs. But yo, she went flying, cuz. Look at this.
Problem caused by a tumor in the brain. But seeing him fight, it looks as if he doesn't have any...
Oh, so his vision is impaired and is caused by a tumor in his brain. Oh, man, that's unfortunate.
...any health problems. Giant Silva. Paulo Cesar da Silva, known as the Giant Silva, is a Brazilian fighter.
Brazilian.
7.18 feet high and 300...
Yo, his frame, his figure is... It looks like a face. Yo, I'm not trying to make fun of him, but that does look like a face. His frame is very, very unique.
85.
And his chin is long as heck, bro. His chin is like a knee on his face. Alright, I am making fun of the way he looks. I'm just trying to be funny. Don't get mad at me.
8 pounds. Initially, Silva was a basketball player.
Basketball?
He even got to participate in the Olympic with his country's team. He was also a famous Sao Paulo player in his country.
Wow.
In the Olympics, he wasn't in the main team, but he still played in 4 games. In the 1990s, Silva changed his image, letting his hair grow and joining the American Wrestling Association,
really?
WWE, where he became...
Wait, he was a WWE wrestler?
...famous as the tallest fighter in history. And finally, in 2003, Silva decided to debut in the MMA competitions, and it was a huge mistake. He was very famous, and that allowed the giant to fight from the start against very experienced opponents. And what followed next was a circus. Everyone was laughing at this giant who didn't have the technique to fight.
I was about to say, this man does not look like a skilled fighter whatsoever. So for him to be trying to fight against people in the UFC, any fighter in the UFC probably could take him because they are like trained in the martial arts. I don't know a whole lot about UFC. I follow Joe Rogan and he's always talking about it. But yeah, it kind of makes sense that they will even allow somebody of his size to fight somebody as small as this guy because, you know, it may not necessarily be about the weight class. When it comes to martial arts, it doesn't matter your size. It's all about your skill and your technique.
Fight in MMA, Silva got hit in the knees, suffocated, overturned and mistreated in all possible positions. The giant tried to defend using his big hands, but he only managed to withstand 8 battles. After this, Paolo decided to return to the WWE, a quite reasonable decision. Chad Rowan.
He got his butt whooped in the UFC. He was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go back to that fake thing, cause I'm fake. I'm just playing. But you know, the wrestling. He like, yeah, I'm gonna do that one cause it's not real, and I'm less prone to getting a serious injury cause these motherfuckers serious. They trying to take me out cause I'm big and I'm famous. I ain't know nothing about that dude though.
Chad Rowan,
he looks familiar.
Known as Akebono Taro, is a successful sumo fighter and professional wrestler. With a height of 6.6 feet and an incredible weight of 496
Oh snap, Big Show!
pounds. This Hawaiian became famous for being the first
That was the Big Show, right? I don't know, I haven't watched wrestling in forever and a day.
non-Japanese person to receive the rank of Great Champion in sumo. The fights between him and the brothers Takayama and Wakanohana increased the popularity of sumo in the late 80s and early 90s.
Wow.
But at the end of his brilliant career as a sumo fighter, Chad suffered some financial problems that forced him to seek a solution. Rowan decided to earn a few dollars by participating.
This big mofo over here, oh man, that's messed up. He needed some money, so he had to get back in the ring, bro. You need to... I know you was never in shape, but you were in shape in your sumo days for the sport. Right here, bro, you don't look like you need to be doing this.
In the MMA and the K1, but unfortunately he failed. But the fights in which he participated were a must-see. Check it out. Emmanuel Yarbrough. This giant began as a professional sumo wrestler and then participated in fights of judo, wrestling, and even in American football.
What?
Yarbrough entered the Guinness World Records for being the heaviest sportsman in history. His total weight is 600 pounds. With a
Woo! 600 pounds, look at it! He got 100 pound each titty! Woo! That's a big mofo right here. I ain't never heard of this man. He held the record for the heaviest athlete in the world. Well, 600 pounds. If you can move that around, I praise you for that. But boy, this mofo right here, look at this man. And he black. I ain't never knew about this dude.
of 6.6 feet. In 1995,
He was 6'6". If I was 6'6", I wouldn't be this fat. It would just be stretched out evenly amongst my whole body, and I would look skinny. If I was 6'6". I'm not that short. I'm nowhere near 6'6".
this American fighter won the Sumo World Championship. After ending his career, Yarbrough became the ambassador of sumo in the USA.
Dude was this freaking sumo wrestler. I didn't know there were black sumo wrestlers.
Participating.
He's the ambassador in the US.
In the early 90s, Yarbrough was named the best sumo wrestler in the world.
Really?
But he wanted to keep fighting, so he decided to participate in the MMA. His debut in the UFC, however, was a failure. In his short career in the MMA, Emmanuel took part in 3 fights, winning one of them by crushing the opponent to the ground and forcing him to surrender. Do nothing and win. Quite an achievement. In our opinion, this...
He did nothing and won. Yo, that's not right. You just gonna lay on somebody. Ugh. Ooh, I would hate for this man to lay on me. I would tapping him, tapping the floor, everything, all at the same time.
This fighter relies more on his physical characteristics than on his technique. Alexandru Lungu.
Dang.
Meet Alexandru Lungu, a famous Romanian boxer and judo fighter who also entered the world of mixed martial arts. He weighs 375 pounds and is 6 feet tall, and that is the reason why he always participates in the categories of heavyweight fighters.
Of course.
During his career in the MMA,
Yo, what are those muscles right there called? His are massive. His are huge. How? The rest of his physique doesn't even align with somebody that works out those muscles the way his look.
Won 10 out of 15 matches. Lungu debuted professionally in the MMA on October 23, 2005 in a pride match against James Thompson. What do you think was the result? Lungu knocked out Thompson in the first few seconds, but he quickly got tired, and in the end, Thompson won. However, the following year in a fight against Mark Buchanan, Lungu won and thus began a brilliant career. It's quite difficult to fight a heavyweight, right?
Dude, yeah, you got to work on your stamina, bro. I'm telling you, you get that. Yo, you saw the power. He came in there, knocked that dude out in a few seconds, but he couldn't hold up because he ain't had a stamina. You got to keep that stamina up. I'm working on that myself. Like I said, I'm working on that because that's the only thing that kind of holds me back.
This fighter can truly be considered a big guy. At birth, Alan weighed 15 pounds.
Woo! Your mama pushed out a 15-pound baby? That's like almost double the usual weight. 15 pounds? You destroyed her. They had to stitch her up from her butthole, I'm sure. I'm sure. Oh my God. Woo!
6 months, he weighed 40 pounds. Can you imagine? By the time...
Wait, what? Say that again?
Big guy. At birth, Alan weighed 15 pounds, and after 6 months, he weighed 40 pounds. Can you imagine? By the time...
This man weighed 40 pounds at 6 months old. Like, that's like most of the kids in grade school. Oh my goodness.
Imagine. By the time he turned 18, Alan had grown more than many wrestlers and could participate only in heavyweight categories.
What?
Alan's sporting career began with arm wrestling, where he achieved great success. In spite of this, Karayev wanted to practice sumo and began little by little. In 2002, he became world champion of amateur sumo. And in 2000...
What the heck? There's a world champion of amateur sumo. Well, he was world champion. That's pretty cool.
In 2005, he decided to try his luck in the mixed martial arts, starting a career in this sport with fights against strong opponents. His career in the MMA counts only 5 fights and lasted less than a year. The sportsman preferred to focus on sumo fights. In our opinion, the Japanese sport goes more with the personality of Karayev. However, their fights in other sports are still fascinating.
Wow.
Eric Scott Esch. Maybe you've heard this name before. Eric Scott Esch, also known as Butterbean, is an American heavyweight.
Yep, that's the name I knew. I was like, I know he looked familiar.
Boxer, as well as a kickboxer and mixed martial arts fighter. He appears in many boxing simulators as a character in a costume with the colors of the American flag.
Yeah.
He also had a cameo in the film Jackass the Movie.
Oh yeah, that's where I knew him from. He was in Jackass. I knew this fool.
When he started practicing boxing, everyone told him that he could not become a real boxer, especially because of his body's complexion. However, Eric was crowned World Boxing Champion of the International Boxing Association. Years later, this burly fighter became interested in mixed martial arts and began fighting at the Pride FC.
That's interesting. I never known how many people transition into MMA, mixed martial arts. It's crazy. It's crazy to see that. I thought like Brock Lesnar was a trendsetter when he did that, but no, it's a bunch of people have done this.
Out of 26 matches, he won 17. So we can say that Esch attracted a lot of attention to his person and showed everyone that a chubby guy can not only fight, but also win. Yoshihiro Takayama. This Japanese wrestler also has impressive dimensions. He's 6.4 feet tall and weighs 200...
Yo, he's slapping the mess out of folks. Yo, a 6'4" Asian man?
Dimensions. He's 6.4 feet tall and weighs 279 pounds. As a young man, Takayama was involved in rugby and visited a survival school. In November 1991, he joined the UWFI organization. For For some time, like other young fighters, he could only train with older fighters or help them during the fights. In 1992, he had his first fight as a Bushido professional, but lost it. Although Bushido was very popular in Japan at the time, Takayama was not great at it. He succeeded later when he tried his luck in a Pride FC tournament. During the tournament, he fought 3 times, and he lost all 3 fights. However, his performance was noticed, and thanks to these tournaments, he got many fans. But why? Well, you can understand it only by seeing the struggles in which he participated. For example, it seems to us that the Fry Takayama match is one of the most impressive in the history of Pride FC.
Wow.
Check it out. Semi Schilt. Now we're going to tell you about Semi Schilt, a professional kickboxer and MMA fighter from Holland. This monster has been world champion of the K1 Grand Prix 4 times.
Woo, 4
and is
times.
also the only wrestler who's won this championship 3 times in a row. In addition,
dang, it's stuff be happening you don't even know about. This man is 3-time champion. And this is crazy. It's so fascinating that there's stuff happening out there in the world, and it's like almost no possible way for any individual to keep up with everything that's happening. Like, I don't know. I'll be strangely fascinated by stuff that, I don't know, people might think is weird.
In a row. In addition, this Colossus has been several times world and Europe champion in karate, and has also been an actor. He appeared in the movie Transporter 3.
I'm the big one.
Yeah, I remember this.
He began to participate in mixed fighting fights in the Japanese organization Pancrase in May 1996. At first, he didn't do very well, but 3.5 years later, he was able to achieve the title of champion of the organization in a fight against Yuki Kondo. In May 2001, Semi made his debut in the UFC. In that occasion, he defeated Pete Williams, a very famous and important fighter at that time. But
That's
later
crazy.
he was defeated by a young amateur fighter, so he decided to leave the UFC. During his career in the MMA, Semi managed to participate in 41
That's
fights.
crazy. He beat a serious top fighter during that time, and then he got beat by an amateur, and he was like, nah, I'm out.
The UFC. During his career in the MMA, Semi managed to participate in 41 fights, of which he won 26.
Not bad, about half.
Robert Malcolm Sapp is a semi-retired American kickboxer, mixed
Big
martial
mofo.
arts fighter, and professional wrestler.
He looks familiar. It's a big mofo. I would hate to come in contact with him.
His first MMA fight took place in Yokohama on April 28, 2002, and he won. The enormous and athletic Sapp impressed the Japanese public, and he was invited to join big organizations like the K1 and the Pride FC.
Woo.
Later, in August 2002,
I'm telling y'all, I would not. No. He look. You see that knee? He got his knee way up there. Like, he a big dude to get his knee way up there. That made contact with my face. All these bones shattered. Done. No. Nope.
with only 4 months of experience in the MMA, he fought against Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. Thanks to his physical strength and small repertoire of technical tricks, Bob gave the Brazilian the hardest fight of his career,
I bet.
although he did end up losing. But the fact that a rookie could compete with the best Pride FC fighter made him famous among fans of this sport. Although Sapp had some flaws in his technique, he defeats his rivals thanks to his size, and that's why we include him in our list.
Yo, nah, that's wild though. It makes so much sense though, because even though his technique, like the man said, was off, his size and brute strength proved to be difficult for his opponents to kind of get around and take him down and defeat him. But man, whoo! Damn, this was good. This was so good. I saw a few people I never heard of and a couple that I knew of and forgot all about. But yeah, woo! These some big mofos. I wouldn't want to mess with any of them. How about you? Nope. Not me. Anyway, look, y'all know what time it is. You like this reaction, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, the link to the video is going to be down in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure you follow your boy right here on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz. Till next one.